how does he react? This guy's doing some serious coaching with these boys. There is a lot of pressure on Jan 3 now.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
I didn't expect I would be saying this or being like this. I always do a little thumbnail, and on my thumbnail, I think long and hard before I put the title on my thumbnail. So it's something that I record because I want to do something that is eye-catching. It's truthful and talks about the big issues. I don't put like, post-match analysis. I'm like, you can already see that in the title, but on my thumbnail thing, I say a soundbite that talks on a bigger issue. And one of the things I said is no blips till Jan 3. And issues real. So when I said no blips till Jan 3, I was like, okay, Jan 3, we expect both sides to take care of business because they're both under pressure. And for Jan 3, it will be Liverpool 4 points ahead of Man City come Jan 3. I said this was always going to be a tricky game for Leicester City because I want to give a shout out to Claude Puel. I never thought he was really that great a manager. I always thought he was sort of like he's all right. He's tier 3. He's tier 3. As in, this guy's doing some serious coaching with these boys. Some serious coaching. And this guy's because I always look at it based on what is your level, what are the players they have. Based on the level, the players that he has, I mean, this guy is playing Leicester City at almost their maximum based on the level of the players that they have. Absolutely amazing because they're organized, they're tactical, they're disciplined, but they play good football, they play smart football, and it's as if in Maddison, Vardy, I'm going to talk about Ricky Ricardo. For those who watch Cable Guy, you'll know what I mean by that. Even Maguire and so forth. He's been able just to say, okay, these are your strengths, let me maximize your strengths, and just everybody is just playing their role right. So just super well with what Puel is doing. But I always knew that this was always going to be a tough game for Man City. Now, my hashtag no excuses. I was only going to use no excuses for the World Cup. But I do believe I'm going to bring the hashtag. So as you follow me on Twitter and bring it back the hashtag because I think the hashtag is very more apt with what's happening this season. And I think it's apt for this post-match analysis. No excuses. Fernandinho is important to this team. I didn't see that before. I took him for granted, as I know he's very important for this team. Very important for this team. And now I see what he brings, both defensively, offensively, and just as a foundational solidifier for that midfield. Everybody needs that. That is no excuse. Pep Guardiola cannot use the injury of Fernandinho as an excuse. You can't do that. You can't. You spend too much money. Kevin was on the pitch. Aguero was on the pitch. Sterling was on the pitch. Sané was on the pitch. You already had Laporte, who's a tier 2 defender on the pitch. Bernardo Silva as well. You had too many players who are far superior to the opposition that you're playing for you to be able to be like, yeah, we are missing Fernandinho, but my gosh, we have some of the best players in the position on this pitch already. We should be able to ride. Maybe we'll concede a goal, so we should be able to outscore these boys based on the attacking talent that we have. So what is the issue? What is the issue? And this is what I've always said about Pep. I respect Pep. Pep is an amazing coach. So, see, I'm not fake. I'm not like, oh, no, Pep is crap. No. Pep is an amazing coach. Sterling is only this good based on a lot of stuff that Pep has done. So Pep is an amazing coach, and he did have a massive influence on Barcelona. He had a massive influence in how Bayern Munich changed their game. They just got unlocked in the semi-finals. And what he did last season for Man City is one of the best seasons of any team. The record speaks for themselves. So let's not get it twisted. But when things are good, Pep looks great. Pep looks great. When things aren't going good, he now has to suffer. He needs to dig deep. This may be his weakness. Ferguson shouldn't have won that season. I forgot it was. I think it was the 97 or 96 season with Newcastle. Newcastle were like 11 points ahead. They're playing amazing football. So Ferguson had to chase. And everyone was like, now Newcastle are going to win. But Ferguson just knuckled down and said, boom, we'll chase. Let's keep winning. Whatever happens, but we'll just keep on winning. Eventually, they closed the gap and they got it done. But they were struggling. And there are many times where Ferguson with United, he's had to struggle. Times with Mourinho, he's had to struggle and really has to really coach. Has Pep ever struggled? And when Pep has struggled, has he ever come through the struggling and been successful through struggling? Because the reason why I love this, do you know what? Let me be real. You know what I love? Degree of difficulty. I'm obsessed with that. I am obsessed with the degree of difficulty. That's why I view the World Cup as the best. Because as a football analyst, I want to see the best of the best tested. I want to see them struggle. I want to see them sweat. I don't want to just sit back and just see a team just win 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, not try. No, I want to see, no. Sweat blood, and can you be successful by sweating blood? You're under pressure. Things are not going well. Can you try and extract something from you not playing well? That's what I want to see. Degree of difficulty. Pep's in the shits now. Pep is right now in the gutter. So you see, with what happened with this, I think Man City in maybe the beginning of the second half, that was the best football that they played. But what I'm seeing here is there are a lack of ideas. There are a lack of ideas. I saw a lot of balls go through Sané. Because again, maybe it's a case of either a lack of ideas or amazing defensive work. Because again, I saw something that happened midway through the first half where Puel gave Maddison a note. I think he said, "Yo, Maddison, I want you now to play as a number 10 in behind, but I want us to have much more of a presence in midfield." So I think Claude Puel, he out thought Pep. Because for me, I said, wait a minute, for City, why are you focusing so much on Sané? That's because they couldn't go down the middle. Because Leicester City had formed so well. They were so organized that ball through the middle wasn't there. Those 1-2s and those give and goes through the middle, how City would open guys up, maybe a give and go, then go out wide. It wasn't in there. There was no cheddar in the middle. So De Bruyne's runs or De Bruyne's passes through the guts of the heart of a defense, it wasn't happening because City and Puel just set them up beautifully well. And I think for Sané, not his best game. I still like that he was trying things, doing things, but there are times where hold the ball, try and look for the pass. Maybe try a different kind of dribble. Maybe try and go through that channel. I just think sometimes his decision making in how he was dribbling. Look, dribble. I'm always a promoter. Dribble, try and make something happen. If you try and make something happen, but there are times where you could have dribbled in a different way. You could have made a different kind of move. So look, the guy's young. He's struggling, So, but it's fine. Sterling again. First half wasn't great from him. He got better in the second half. He was trying to think things in the second half. But I think, there was not a single... For me, City's best player was Laporte. Laporte was City's best player. So that just shows you. Because I just think his defending was really the thing that really kept them on one point. And for me in Delph, look, bro, you have... Because Delph, not a great game. First of all, he was at fault for the first Leicester City goal by not reading Albrighton behind him, and that was a horrible foul. But for me, not because of the goal, it was a fantastic goal. Ricardo was the best player on the pitch, and then because the commentator just said, "Oh, he got him from Porto," because he just seems a level above most of those Leicester City players just by his general technical play, but just how he was able to really mark down Sané. Which is a very difficult thing to do because Sané is an extremely tough guy to tackle. Because, bro, I don't want to be the right back that goes up against Sané because he's quick, he's fast, he's smart, and he's very, very gifted with his feet. But I thought Ricardo held him down well. Ricardo put in a damn good shift, defended well, hustled well, and the icing on the cake, not the main thing, but the icing on the cake was a fantastic game-winning goal. So, Leicester City won, 1,000% deserved to win. Was 100% deserved to win. I wouldn't say they were like the better team and that's the thing about it. They were not the better team, but it was equal. So, but the very fact that Puel was able to give Leicester City a game and it was equal, where it didn't seem like this City were so far superior over 90 minutes, shows you the success that Puel had with his Leicester City boys. But I think just for Man City and for Pep right now, you see, the second goal, I think is unavoidable. That's just an amazing goal. The first goal is avoidable. So you say to yourselves that, okay, it's Delph and everything. But I say to myself, if Otamendi was there, Otamendi and Laporte was there, perhaps Otamendi reads that situation. And Otamendi's like, oh, I read the situation. I know what Vardy is going to do. All right, look, let me pull back. So now you have Otamendi and Delph both pulling back to try and stop Albrighton, which increases the chance of them getting in to really cut off the cross. So, because again, I think he's opted for Stones. And for me, even if Otamendi can leave his brain at the door sometimes, Otamendi is the better defender. Okay, so Stones may be good on the ball. I don't give a damn. See, Laporte is... That's just when you got lucky, when you got a guy who is great to the ball and a damn good defender, like a tier 2 certified defender. Stones ain't tier 3. Otamendi on a good day is tier 3. On a good day, Otamendi is a tier 3 defender, and you'd rather have him than Stones. So, bro, I mean, I'll do my Boxing Day roundup like towards the end of the day, man. But Pep, bro. I mean, but guys, this is great. This is great. This is beautiful. Because now, if City somehow find a way of winning the league, you've won the league. They ran away with it last season. This season, this is what I want. This is a title race. This is real now, because now, there is a lot of pressure on Jan 3 now. Because City, you now have to really take care of business against Southampton. And maybe, just maybe, Arsenal may do you a favour against Liverpool. But Arsenal have to go to their crib. Arsenal have to go to their crib. But for Pep right now, because now, Gen 3 is a must win. They have to win Jan 3. At home, at the crib, they're going to win Jan 3 right now. Because even if they win Jan 3, who knows? They could still be behind. Oh, no. Yeah, whatever happens on Jan 3, they'll still be behind. Because even if they beat Southampton and Arsenal lose, it goes back to 4 points. And even if they win on Jan 3, then it's 1 point that they're behind. So whatever happens, they'll still be behind. But I just think for Pep and everything, there needs to just be... This is where you now have to now really manage and coach this situation right now. Again, what can Jesus bring me? What can Mahrez really bring me? How can I reuse Sané? How can I reuse Aguero as well? How can I reuse De Bruyne as well? And I just think that there needs to be far more ideas. And sometimes, and I think that's the whole thing with this whole thing is like, with Pep, and even with this game, he just felt like the goal is going to come. The goal is going to come. But sometimes you have to say to yourself, okay, what is our plan B attack? Plan C attack that requires less passes, less intricacy. What can we do that is far more direct? You know, what can we do that involves maybe get the ball down, let's just put it across in the box and let's just header something in? Do you have a taller defender? Do you have a much more old school Mario Gomez defender? A Mario Gomez striker. Because again, just that game from City just called for... There needs to be a different approach because Puel has figured you out. He has studied you, he knows how you go, and he has figured you guys out. And I think for Pep, he was unable to react to how Puel just literally stifled City. Because again, think about it. How many clear-cut opportunities did City have? How many times did City really cut open Leicester City? So if your team is really cutting open guys, that falls on the manager. Okay? You can remember, the manager's job is done when your team is creating clear-cut chances. Then it's down to the players. If your team is not creating a multitude of clear-cut chances, you're doing something wrong. Your tact, the positioning of the players, and the instruction you're giving them ain't working against the defensive setup of that team. And I just think it just calls for... I mean, maybe you should just, you know what, let's have Jesus and Aguero. Let's have two strikers. Let's now keep Maguire and Homeboy far more occupied. It's interesting, guys. It's really, really fun because I like this. I don't like guys having an easy ride. I really don't. It pisses me off. So Pep, who I believe is still an amazing manager. Forget what I said. He's still an amazing manager. And I do believe that, you know what? This is going to test him. And how does he react? How does he react? Thanks for watching the video. Now think about becoming a Football Hut patron by pledging an amount each month and then gain access to exclusive content only on the Football Hut patron page. Peace. Head over to the official site at hartfordfootballhot.com or just click over here.